Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. I'm Suhardi, a student at the State Islamic University Alauddin Makassar, majoring in English Education Department. And now I'm in the second semester. In this video, I will explain the material about how to produce English vowels and English vowel sounds and English consonant sounds. Okay, let's just discuss the first material. The first material is vowel sounds. Vowels are sounds that come out of the lungs without problem. Here I will explain how to mention vowels in English. Previously, I will explain that the vowel sounds and vowel sounds are a different matter. Vocal sounds, for example, the letter can represent A in head. A is an head. A is an car, or A is an care. In addition, she is also of the opinion that each sound vowels can represent that in more than one way in spelling. The sounds E can be written as a E in sim. In the E in seal, SE in peace, SE in receive, SE in key, SE in a machine, and many more. Most English vowels have two pronunciation: long sounds and short sounds. Sounds. Long sound. The long sound of the letter A sounds. Long A sound. The long sound of the letter A is the same as the pronunciation AE. The trait make a wide mouth shape to the side and narrow down. Used when 1. If the letter A is the end of the word followed by a consonant and then E, which is not sounded, example, fade and debate. If the letter A is followed by vowels, including the letter ye, example, fail, maybe, and maelstrom. As A short sounds, the short sounds of the letter A is a short AH. Make the mouth shape horizontally narrow with lips open and the corners of the lips apart. Used when the letter A is followed by one consonant in the end of the word, or maybe two consonants. Example, pain, bake, and mattress. E sound. Long E sounds like the mention of the letter EE in Indonesian E. Make the mouth shape very wide to side, narrow down, with the teeth almost touching. When to use 1. If the letter E is followed by another vowel solely A or E, example, feet, bleeding, appeal. 2. If the letter E is near the end of the word, then consonant and E are not sounded. Example, if and this. 3. If the letter is at the end of the word but sounded. Example, me and be. 4. If the letter E is followed by Y at the end of the word. Example, monkey and money. Short E sounds like EH. Create a narrow mouth shape with the teeth brought together but not touching. Use it when a letter E is followed by one consonant is at the end of a word, or by two consonants. Example, beat, meal, and leather. I consonant. I sound. Long sound I. The long sound of the letter is I is the same of the mention of letter A, I, E. Make a natural mouth shape, not too wide to the side or the narrow, right in the middle. And slightly rounded. When to use 1. If the letter I is followed by a consonant and the another vowel. Example, rice, lion, iris, dinosaur. 2. If the letter I is followed by GH that is not sounded. Example, psych and Nike. 3. If the letter I is followed by A which is not sounded and at the end of the word. This is still applies in past tense when the word end with D. For example, tie, lie, and try it. 4. If the letter I is followed by S which is not sounded, especially in the word Iceland and Isley. 5. In the word I. Sound I is short. The short sound of the letter I is like a cry of disgust. IH. Make a natural mouth shape and make a sound from the back of the throat. Use if the letter is I is followed by one consonant at the end of a word or by two consonants. Example, it, little, and sheep. U sound. Long U sound. The long U sound is the same as its mentioned ye, you. Make a round mouth shape and move to tongue near the lips. Use for 1. If the letter U is followed by a consonant and then other word vowels. Example, cute, universe, and music. 2. If the letter U is followed by the letter E and I or I. For example, duel, clue, fruit. 3. In your word. U short sound. U short sound is sound like people think. UH in Indonesian A. Make a natural mouth shapes with the tongue near the bottom of the tongue. used when the letter U is followed by one consonant at the end of the word. Example, cat and butter. O sounds. Long O. The long O is the same as the name. OH. Make a round and circular mouth shape. When to use? 1. If the letter O is followed by another other consonant and vowel. Example, remote, above, nose. 2. If the letter O is followed by W. Example, bowl and elbow. 3. If the letter O is followed by other vowels, including the letter Y. Example, boat, portion, boy, and two. 4. In the cases, if the letter O is followed by the letters S and T, the exceptions are lost, cost, force, frost, and a few more. For example, moss and ghost. 5. If the letter O is followed by LD, for example, cold, bold, and folder. 6. If the letter O is followed by UGH, for example, tuck and dove. Sounds O. This sound is between U and O. So sounds like your injuries. A, U, H, A, G, H. Make the mouth shape slightly rounded but wide. Used when the letter O is followed by one consonant in the end of a word or by two consonants, for example, border, stop, and box. Okay, now we turn to consonant sounds. Consonant or dead letter are sounds that are produced because its flow of air coming out of the lungs is inhibited in place or articulation. There are two types of consonant sounds, namely vowel, vibrate, and unvowel without vibrate as follows. 1. Unvoiced or voiceless, like V, K, T, D, F, S, F, H. Sounds B, G, D, D, V, Q, Z, A, M, N, N, R, G, W. When we ring the letters unvoiced consonant, the condition of the lips, tongue, and throat does not vibrate. Meanwhile, when we sound the voiced consonant letter, one of the three members of the body experience vibration. 2. Unvoiced consonant. Peel, pee, steam, thick, tip, kin, keep, kill, feel, fit, seem, and sense. The example of voiced consonant are be, beat, beer, dip, deer, give, verb, feign, days, and then. Okay, thank you very much, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.